These are my top 3 reasons why expired houses are a great source of business. So, number 1, they've already raised their hand and said that they wanted to sell. They were on the market for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, and the house did not sell. So most of the time, owners who put their home on the market and expire are motivated to get that property sold. Now, maybe it wasn't priced right. Maybe it wasn't marketed right. Maybe they didn't get the access wasn't right. Maybe it was tenant occupied. There's so many reasons why a property doesn't sell. And I never just only focus on the price because it could be other things as well. So, and I evaluate that and take a look at a lot of different things. And that's another video for another day to dissect. Number 2, most property owners, houses that or properties that expire, will first group will go back on the market. Their 30% will go back on the market immediately. The next grouping will go back in the next 2 months, and then the rest will go back generally around 6 months or so. So there is an opportunity so that if somebody doesn't go back onto the market right away, that you do have a second and third chance. Now, a portion of those will list with the same agent they were on the market for. But the other portion who won't, they will generally list with the first person that can convince them to set an appointment. Not the first person they talk to, the first person who can convince them to set an appointment. So when we're making these calls and you're calling to speak with sellers that didn't sell, one, you have to understand their mindset. They're frustrated and they have all these agents calling and it is annoying them. So you need to know how to handle that. You need to know the questions to ask them so that you can assist and help them get sold. So it's the first one who can convince them to set an appointment with you. Number 3 reason. At this point, they may have been on the market already once or twice. By the second or third or fourth time, they are ready to be done with this and move on to the next thing, whether that's moving to Florida, to the Caribbean, to Europe, to maybe a smaller place or a bigger place, or maybe they're going to rent, who knows? But they're more apt to be listening and taking professional advice. They're more open to that. So their motivation generally goes up unless they just decide to keep the house, which sometimes people do. They get frustrated enough, unfortunately, and they just decide to keep the house. But when I started in the industry in 2004, by 2006, I was calling homes that expired on the market. And it was a great source of business for me. I did it for many, 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 many years. And then I got busy with other sources of business that kept me extremely busy. But recently, last year, probably in June, July, I started calling again, showing our team agents how to do it. And I find it fun. I find it fun calling people and then them hanging up, or I don't get hung up on a lot, but sometimes people say F you. Uh, that's another story. So with that, I do find it fun in a way because it's just doing the work. And the result of doing the work is selling houses. The result of doing the work is selling commercial buildings. It's the result you get when you do the work. So I'm passionate about doing the work. And because I do the work, you get results. And a lot of people think it's about something else, but it all comes down to my favorite saying that I've been saying for, close to 20 years: work works. Work works. So whatever sources of business that you work, whether it's your sphere, your open houses, there's so many probates, foreclosures, for sale by owners, calling around neighborhood, circle prospecting, all these different, they work if you work it. These are just some of my top 3 reasons why I love expired houses, expired listings. So, expired listings, one, motivated, two, they're ready to go, or they will be ready in the next 6 months. So, you build a funnel and a pipeline. Three, they are more open to feedback and to professional advice. And so, what that means is that you're more likely to get the property sold. And most importantly, help a family get to wherever it is they need to go or sell an investment property and get paid. Because ultimately, that's what we're here to do, help. And because we help and assist, we get paid.